All right, here we are again, episode 8, with our good friend Justin Kukulka from Ohm Rune. Oops, I'll turn this dog cunt of a thing on.
Hi guys.
The shittest introduction of all time. Phone fucking rings. Cookie fucking eats shit on the mic. Cookie, yeah. So Justin
And
Cookie.
my like dickhead co-host Zane Blunt.
Yeah, sorry I showed up today. Sorry to ruin your day.
Yeah.
I was just saying, actually, I got nothing to talk about with you this week because I've seen your fucking head too much.
Yeah, I'm triggered.
Look, thanks.
Why me?
It's a real pleasure to be on the Thanks for Being Offended podcast.
But
Yeah.
before we go any further, we're going to pour these beers. I'll just tell you what they are before we get started. And a huge fucking shout out to Main Liquor. They actually hooked this up. It's
Main Liquor is the beer specialist. We'll show that. That's their label. They're the beer specialist on Great Eastern Highway down in Belmont, is it? But
I think so. Or Ascot. I can't tell. It's right in the middle.
let's
It's
just
near
say,
the...
let's just say Belmont.
Yeah,
But-
it's near the Macca's on Great
But yeah,
Eastern
go
Highway.
check them out. They're doing, like, if they literally have one of the best craft beer selections you ever see, run by all the guys have a great knowledge of craft beer and
Yeah.
absolute lords for hooking us up. So thank you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say not even like their selection's ridiculous too, but they actually they know their shit too. Like I went in there the other day looking for something specific, and then they didn't have it, and he was like, "Oh, if you like that, try this. It's pretty similar."
Yeah.
And then I tried it, and I was like, "Oh, it actually is almost the same beer."
Yeah,
So,
wow, you know
yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I know.
Fucking
How
hoorah.
sad is it that you're surprised when people know what they're talking about in customer
Yeah.
service?
They
Sort of-
spill how easy too, Zane side.
Yeah, all good. So before I pour this, it's actually, how do you say this? Hallertau. Hallertau? Hallertau.
Yeah, I've no
Hallertau, something
Yeah.
like that.
fucking idea.
It's a-
That'll do.
It's a barrel-aged Porter Noir. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll let you know. This is one of the more expensive beers you'll find, but yeah, I'll pour this.
So there you go. Yeah, they have a shitload of taps that are ever changing there, and you can go get a growler filled up for a pretty well priced.
It's like most of them are like $30 or something
Yeah.
like that, which is wicked value to be able to just take a receptacle down there and just say, "Can you fill me up with some tasty goodness?" and I'll leave.
Receptacle.
pour me one.
Mm.
Yeah, so head down there if you guys are into craft beer. If you like this segment we have, head down there and have a look by it, pick yourself up. They also have a good hot sauce selection, which is pretty cool.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, they have hot sauce from all around the world.
They've got a pretty.
They know their shit with the hot sauce.
They've got a
too.
pretty extensive jerky and pork crackle collection,
they
which
do.
I'm a very
they
big
really?
fan of both of those.
Dude, their jerky is so good, eh?
Dude,
They
their
should start
jerky,
renting out rooms. I'll fucking move in.
their jerky makes me want to jerky.
Yeah.
Pass me your cup, bro.
There you go. Fill that bad boy up. We'll all have a sip together so you can gauge our reaction. And once again, thank you to the boys at Main Liquor. Thank you to Josh down there.
Cheers, dudes and dudettes.
Good blokes.
And fluid gender beer servers as well.
Oh, we'll get to that later on in the podcast. All right, guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Fucking
Bit of a
eh?
sip
Look how
there.
fucking dark it is, eh? I actually can't drink this because I'm racist and it's too black.
Oh, that's has a bit of a Belgium sour taste to it.
Mm.
That's joy.
There is actually, I don't want to sound like a beer wanker because I'm not, but there is a bit of like a citrusy tang to it.
Wanker. You're
Man,
a wanker.
That is yum, though. Oh,
You're
we'll
a
talk
wanker.
about that later. So anyway, what have you been up to, Cookie? What's been happening in your world? If people don't know, give a spiel about your new band, Ohm Rune.
Well, first things first, if no one realises, I used to be the drummer for the Light the Dark.
You
These
did.
fine gents sitting before me.
Started the band with us. Is the OG.
Yeah, but then I found out they weren't never nudes, so I had to quit because I don't like being nude at
Actually,
all.
you're a fucking dog cunt for quitting. Yeah, that's right.
No, we kicked him out because he's got red hair.
Yeah, which is I'm used to this kind of discrimination.
No,
He's
he
a fucking
actually-
day walker.
He actually left us for another redhead. We weren't redheads. He discriminated against us, and he
Unbelievable.
fucking left. And and also, you still haven't got that third redhead that we suggested in your band. Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, that's right. We need
Yeah,
to
boys.
we need to hit him up for his mad skills at not being sociable.
Who's this?
Can we name names? I don't want to name names.
Maybe don't then.
No, I don't want to ostracize him more from the community.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, so I used to drum for these dudes and had a whale of a time. We did a bunch of tours, and I mean, fuck, I've known you for nearly 20 years now.
A long time,
fucking time.
You
But
poor
yeah,
cunt.
I just turned into an old cunt, and they're playing like young person music, so I had to leave.
Young listening.
I love that. That is actually the truth.
It's
though.
not
Yeah.
far off it. I just got too old to play drums like that, pretty much. So yeah, went and started a 2-piece. What would you call it? Desert stoner doom, whatever the fuck genre you want to decide on.
Well,
this
you
week.
are a marijuana addict, so
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Don't forget heroin. I mean, I'm
Yeah, heroin.
mainlining as we speak.
It's actually an interesting band because the other guy who does the vocals and all the other. Well, I guess he just does
Pretty
the
much,
vocals and
pretty much
guitars.
95% of the band. Yeah,
But you have no guitarist. It's just a bass player, right?
yeah.
it's
So
just bass and drums.
Alex plays bass. Yeah, so it's essentially a 2-piece. Well, it's a 2-piece band with, I guess Alex would be a bass player, but he's playing a guitar rig, two guitar cabs and a bass cab through this fucking gnarly spaceboard setup thing, and then we just pump out Red-Headed Fury for 40 minutes.
That's the name. It's the name of your next fucking album.
I want the genre to catch on. I want there to be a genre on Spotify just called Red-Headed Fury.
you need to get that third member to reach that status, mate.
Not sharing beers with that bloke.
No,
We share beards with him.
That's an interesting setup actually, because I didn't realize that that's what you did until I went to your band page and saw photos, and I was like, oh, he's playing a fucking bass, because it doesn't sound like there's no guitarist at all.
I think that's kind of the reason he sort of chose to do that is because there's a lot of 2-piece bands out there that are playing a guitar with kind of lower frequencies to make it sound like a bass, and it's cool, but it just doesn't have that full fucking oomph that doing it the other way around would have. So I mean,
But do you feel like you lose that attack that a lot of people like?
You do a little bit, but Alex has got this like an Ampeg Dan Armstrong copy, like sort of acrylic Greco that's like it's really light gauge,
Is that
but it's
clear?
really
I've seen that.
yeah,
thing,
yeah. But it's
I saw
surprisingly when you run it through the two guitar sides with all your octave pedals and stuff, it's got this really chunky grit, like almost like a baritone guitar would have. So that brings that attack back in.
Yeah,
So that
right.
sort of fixes that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was looking at some comparison videos on YouTube actually of it was like 9-string versus a 6-string baritone, 8-string versus 16. I think I showed you actually.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have. But it was a fucking
Dog
Squire. It was a Squire baritone,
Yeah, you did show me.
and it sounded better than the 8-string.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a
That sounded.
It just had this
fucking
punchiness
sick.
to it.
Well, I
that
think
the 8-string didn't have.
Fender maker, they don't do it under the Fender name. They do it under Squire, but it's
Yeah.
like a Jazz Stang or a Mustang.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's
The
like
think
a
that-
28 scale baritone. And
That's-
that sounds fucking.
That's what we were
mint.
saying. Wage War must play because I've seen videos of those dudes, and they're playing. One's playing a Jazz Master,
Yeah.
and one's playing a
Yeah.
Fender. But they're pretty low. It must be at least drop G.
Well, I mean, 28. You can take that down to fucking ridiculous tunings. Like, I think my 7-string's only 27.5 or something.
Mine's
like that,
only
possibly.
25.
Yeah.
Oh, my main is,
Yeah.
but
That's only 25.
25.4. It needs it. It actually handles quite well, but I got super
does.
thick strings. But I think it's still you still need that extra.
Yeah.
Man. You need that
That is
27.
a fucking nice guitar though.
It is.
It
It's
plays so
it's
fucking
surprising how much having an extra inch or two does.
good. Ladies,
Absolutely no pun intended.
Wait, it's not.
especially when
Oh,
you're
it's
only
not about-
half an inch to start with.
It's
eh?
not about the size of your dick. It's about how you use it. Said by every pin dick in the
Yeah,
world.
exactly.
Hey, if you said that, you pinned
Yeah.
it.
If you even thought that, your baby's cock.
Hey, your micro penis. You have a micro penis.
Was it hung like a light switch? Fucking so wicked.
That's awesome.
So that's pretty much. Look,
I
we
haven't heard that.
Wow, that's fucking great.
I'm gonna have to run that one.
we saw. I mean, a huge influence for me, and I'm sure Alex as well, was Royal Blood. Those guys fucking kick ass for a 2-piece band. Like to hear.
I thought your biggest influence was Carrot Top.
Wow. Wow.
And we've diverted. Is that a redheaded joke?
Oh, no, not at all.
No.
I don't think that guy has red hair, does he? Carrot Top?
Mm.
I don't know, man.
No, no.
He looks like a fucking Tim Burton character. He's a weird looking
He does,
human
eh?
being. Yeah.
He literally looks like a carrot.
But he's all. Have you
And
seen him recently? He's all buff and shit.
Oh, oh yeah.
He's
he is
so
a carrot.
shredded.
Yeah.
Super jacked.
He looks so much funnier now that he's jacked and he's still got that crazy red hair.
Yeah, and now he can do something about
Actually,
that red-headed aggression.
He's got
just
his
super-
head. His head normal actually looks like an Aphex Twin like album cover. He's a fucking spooky looking dude.
He is a weird cunt. Hey, Carrot Top, you're a weird cunt.
Love to have you on the show, Carrot Top.
He looks like the fucking Ranger version of old mate Weird Al Yankovic a bit, But getting back to,
No,
is that
it's
how
fine.
you develop that that 2-piece setup?
Well, that's
Is
honestly,
that what they do?
yeah. So he plays a bass with like bass set up and then 2 guitars
Yeah,
on either
right.
side. Same deal, like octave pedals and
Basically,
All that
the
crazy
setup
shit.
for a show is he has to bring a fucking truck in and set.
I was just
And-
thinking
well, that's like his
about how much gear
Yeah.
Oh,
Alex
man.
has to load in.
his
outrageous.
and Alex's fucking pedalboard setup would be bigger than my fucking drum kit. It's
And what does he
ridiculous.
run? 2 cabs. He runs 2 cabs.
So basically, like if you're a 4-piece band, so a guitar stack either side, and then a bass setup in the middle. So
So
like
he's bringing 3 cabs.
if we're providing and headlining, then yeah, he's bringing fucking 3 cabs, 3 heads, and a
Oi.
mothership
Oi.
of a pedal board.
Does he drive a lorry?
Depends. Does he also hang around schools?
When did we start using the word lorry for a truck again?
when you said lorry, I imagined him on the Hugh Laurie's back.
Just rolls in on old Hugh Laurie.
Stephen Fry gets door spots as well, so don't worry about it.
That's good.
Yeah, my mate used to have a truck and he used to call it the lorry. So that's just what I imagine Alex driving all the time. So
That must be pretty intimidating. Get up there and you're the only fucking dude playing. I mean, other than the drumming, and you've got 3 fucking cabs blasting out all your fuck ups behind you.
I thought you meant a guy driving a lorry.
That's pretty intimidating.
Yeah,
too.
I guess that's the thing. If he fucks up, it's in triplicate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to hear a bass fuck up, but if you fuck up a riff, it's fucked up through 3 different cabs. But
yeah,
luckily, dude's a fucking
he's a
he's-
machine, man.
he's a machine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially just because he's singing as well. You know, you're never gonna play 100% perfect unless you're the guy from Circles, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude is insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's playing like Dream Theater riffs and singing
It's
like an animal.
it's a really interesting thing because we've looked at, because it's still not as full as it could be having him alone doing vocals. You know, I want to do some backup stuff, but
Yeah,
it's a funny thing. Some people just have that left and right brain separation. Like Devin Townsend could just do fucking sweep picking and
While
sing whatever
singing.
the fuck he wants, like at the same time. It blows my mind.
I've
Even
got a
just-
middle brain.
you sure?
Have you got
You sure you have a brain?
Somewhat.
whose
got a-
brain did you steal?
It's got a couple meatballs fucking banging around. in
Oh,
there.
yeah, we were talking about this yesterday. Like, there's a confronting scene. We're talking about if it was a suicide scene, I'd shoot myself, and then spaghetti and meatballs would just blow out the back of my head on the back of the wall. This is the kind of racial slurs that I cop every day. I also, I forgot to tell you, I am actually an Italian citizen now. You're looking
Officially.
at an official fucking wog cunt from Vastos. So.
Do you have a sudden urge to go outside and hose down your balcony concrete?
Do
I was gonna-
you just cum olive oil?
I was going to install a couple white lions at the front of my apartment.
Just 2 by your fucking door.
There'll be
That'd
2
be
on
so
each
good.
each of these fucking.
Wait,
fucking
if anyone
couches.
knows where to buy some, let me know. Some like plastic ones, that would be so
That
good.
would
We'll
be
bring
pretty
them on the
solid.
podcast.
Josh's birthday will come up. We'll hook it up.
Just replace both of your bedside tables with concrete lines.
Well, my uncle Ted said he had these 2 white lines, like classic wog house. And my auntie and uncle lived there, like tiles going up to the 2nd story with the front door, you know, brown Italian tiles, white pillars on everything, and these 2 white lions out the front. They were there our whole childhood. They've lived in the same house. And I like went round there one day and they're all fucked up. They're gone. And like he's like reversed into one of them and knocked it off and smashed it. And you go back there a while later and he's glued it all back together, but with like yellow glue. It's all like seeping out of the sides of these white lines. Just can't fucking give up on them.
Why? When did the concrete line become synonymous with being Italian?
I don't know, man. I'm actually impressed because the whole way across Australia, they're all the same line too. It's not like a variation in
so
line.
is there one
That's
guy
the
that
exact-
copyrighted that concrete template and he's just reaping royalties?
One old mate Giuseppe in Italy just hand making them exactly the same.
He's like hasn't had a day off in 40 years.
Hasn't had a day off since
Sweatshop.
Australia was founded. Yeah, because my best mate in primary school, they were fucking Italian as well, and they had those white lines everywhere.
Oh, dude,
and
drive through Bayswater and every second house.
Dude, not
Well,
just
I was-
Bayswater.
I was probably 12 when I realised that it was a WOG thing to hose down the concrete. Because I'd go and stay at his house nearly every weekend, and his fucking dad was always hosing the concrete down.
Well, I just like it as well. It's always, all right, we'll concrete everything in the backyard. Make sure it's all concrete and tile, but we'll leave that little section at the back for a little market garden. Or
Isn't it ironic?
Veggie garden.
Isn't it ironic that they love concrete?
Isn't it ironic?
Yet their national game involves grass. Like you can't play bocce on
Wait,
concrete. Your bocce set to be fucked up.
how's how they didn't get into the World Cup? Italy never
Yeah,
got.
that's pretty
Funny.
I know.
I can guarantee heads literally would have rolled for
Oh
that.
yeah, they would have put someone to death.
That's fucked, though.
Berlusconi's just like gone and taken it out in one of his prostitutes. Eh?
Maybe the obsession with concrete's just left over from when your people were obsessed with communism. Maybe that's what it is.
How good's communism? I got that cup. I show you. It
Or fascism.
says
Whatever.
communism is a party.
Is this a parallel with being able to wipe it clean? Like, is that where you're going with that? If someone like sticks out a little bit too much, you just wipe the slate clean.
I'm down with that.
It's a good philosophy.
There's a few people that we could lose.
This fucking beer is very, very
Oh,
tasty,
phew.
by the way.
It is
It
good,
is.
man. It's like, have you ever had the Belgium, like a Belgium sour beer or a Belgium style
Not
sour?
a
Have you-
sour, no.
So actually, I went to Main Liquor one time. They always have little tasting set up there. So I went there one time and they were doing a Belgium sour special and they had an expert in there and she was giving tastings and they have a really similar flavour to this. I've had them a few times. They'll do like elderflower ones but yeah, it's got that. I can't really explain how it's done. I'm not like, I'm not that knowledgeable, but
You're
yeah,
a dumb.
it has,
Hey, tell the truth. Why can't you explain it?
dumb cunt. I know what you're insinuating that. And I'm offended.
We'll
I-
let you off because you used the word insinuating. It's all right. You stepped up. And
I almost
actually
fucked that
impressed.
up too.
No, this is good, I'm surprised. I had ultra skeptical hippo eyes when he said it was on the border of wine. And I was like, I don't really like wine.
I would
I
say
kinda-
it's way more like it's like a porter, but then it's way more like a Belgian sour. It tastes like a dark sour beer to
No,
me.
see, I know what he's talking about now when he said wine because it's kind of got that grapey, fruity, like white wine.
So that's what the
I feel
Belgian
it too,
sours
yeah.
taste
Okay.
like. If you
It
Well,
kind it has like the consistency closer to wine than beer too. Like
Yeah.
it's quite watery as well. I
the
reckon.
guy at Main Liquor is probably going, "You fucking idiots don't know what you're talking about."
He's probably just
dumb
left
fuck
it. He's
up.
left it in a keg in the sun for the last 6 weeks, and he's like, "Oh well, we better find a way to sell that."
This is
Actually pissed in it to fill it up.
This is actually just what comes out his arsehole when he hasn't eaten for 3 days and then goes on a beer bender.
He's like, yeah, I got some beer for you. Gets a growler.
Just like an upside down duck blasting out diarrhea on the top of the pond. That's what comes right out.
Just that nice layer of filth settling on the top.
I went to breakfast with my mum and dad this morning, and Dad was
Oh, yeah,
like,
how's your mum?
"Yeah, she's doing good."
That's good.
What
Your
are you
mother's a
insinuating?
your mother's a lovely lady.
My dad's like, because I like showed I've subscribed his podcast app. He subscribed to this one, and he's like, fuck you and Zane talk some fucking shit. He's like, you went down some, like, he's like, the tangents you go on is unbelievable. He was just laughing about it.
Oi, Dad, have you met me before?
Yeah. He was loving that story about the Icelandic people wearing other people's
Yeah, so that was the first time I
Oh
heard about
my
that
God.
wacky shit. That's gnarly.
Yeah, I had no idea about that either.
That was next level. That's so filthy. Yeah, no, that's good. That's,
That's appreciation right there.
you know, I'm just glad it wasn't me. He
Yeah.
was the first one to burp on the podcast.
What?
No, he was
Oh,
the
yeah.
first
Oh,
one
is
to
it-
burp.
And
Oh,
on the
seriously?
considering Zane literally burps every 25 milliseconds.
This cunt gets so devastated every time I burp.
No, it's just, you know,
I sucked in, cunt. I'm going to burp and fart
No,
at every
no.
opportunity now.
it's not the burping that devastates. It's just you staying there and he just lets one rip in your ear every second. And it's just this one that'll go on for about 20 minutes and you're like,
Yeah, well, mate, guess what? You're the minority here because I did the same shit.
You should stick the mic up your
No.
ass when you fart.
I was
Cookie.
thinking about it. I was just going to do it anyway.
Yeah,
but
put the
that'd be
mic
good.
down your jab side.
need to be a fairly big Jap side.
I heard you have a big jab side though.
I do.
I actually do. It's pretty big.
It's like the eye of Sauron.
Sometimes I just stick things down it just to see what'll fit.
Like the world. You stuck the eye of Sauron down your jab side.
Yeah. So what's happening with Ohm Rune? Anything interesting going on? You tracking or?
Well, we've been pretty quiet. We're leading up to tracking the album finally, which
Are you
will be
doing
cool.
a full length now?
Yeah, we're going to do a full length. So
Nice.
it's going to be we've done 2 EPs previously, just with 2 tracks on them.
Yep.
Just to give people something, because it's kind of like you can't start a band and wait 3 years to put anything out. So
Well, you say
Why
2
not?
tracks, but your songs are fairly long. So
well, the first EP was it was 10 minutes all up, and that was for
Yeah.
the 2 songs with a little filler in between.
yeah.
I think the second one was about 12 or 13 minutes because one of those songs is 6 or 7 minutes or something like that. But
Well, that's approaching the length of an album already. Like,
well, that's
You know.
that's longer than an early NoFX album. So
well, like, it's kind of a thing. Like Veil and Wire are notorious for it. I think their newest one's a bit longer actually. It's like closer to 45 minutes. But previous to that, their albums have been like 30 minutes, 31, 34.
A lot is going that way though. Even the Plot in News new album's about 25 seconds long.
well, dude, look at Tesseract Luminary is 3 minutes and 14 seconds or something.
And Tesseract's a prog band.
Yeah, so that's one. I was really surprised when I saw that because I
Well,
was like, oh,
even, on,
shit.
even on Polaris Man, the longest song I think it's either 7 Names or Cages, but I think it's only 5.5 minutes.
Yeah.
And they're a prog band. It's crazy.
I think it's because, like, how people are going that way with singles, releasing singles. I think it's people don't have the attention span now. So
Yeah.
No, it
goes.
It's not
along
even
with
a
it.
trope. It's 100% true. Like people generally, because they're so just bombarded with content constantly, it's hard to. And I find myself doing it. Like it's hard to listen to something for more than 5 minutes and kind of zone out. Like
5 minutes, man. Some people are like, even just watching meme videos or something, they'd like, within 2 seconds, if it's not funny, they're just like, next.
yeah,
Next.
of course.
Yeah.
It's just the overload of content, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, it's awesome because I swear we laugh more now. There's just so much funny shit out there, and it's
Well,
awesome.
it's
Like,
great.
who doesn't
It's
like
great.
laughing? You don't like laughing, you're a serial killer.
I mean, it can be a positive, but it can also be a negative as well because it means you kind of need to grab people's attention within the first 30 seconds, or they're just going to move elsewhere. Like,
And that's a huge problem for music. Like, people who are around the 70s and stuff probably think it's the most ridiculous problem ever because, Sabbath, Zeppelin, they were like, I really wish there was bands like this. And they're like, there's not. There's really not.
Yeah.
There's a few, but
That's
you're going to struggle to find them. Whereas now you're like, you go to a forum, you're like, oh, I really like that new Periphery album. Anyone know something that's similar? And you've got a million bands. That's partly because everybody's on the Periphery dick. But it's
I'm on that
there's
dick.
so much more content now.
I don't mind that, Dick.
Yeah, it's
And
a
like-
pretty good dig to be on. Hop on that dig
It's
if you're not on it yet.
It's a nice brown Indian dick.
But it's like, look at.
It's like scented saffron.
I'm going to use elderflower because I just like saying elderflower.
That actually sounds like the minge of a hell old lady.
An old lady's clitoris. The elderflower.
That's fucked.
That's so true, though. They wouldn't back then. You probably would have flogged albums. Even in our day, there was like more content than back in the 70s and 60s, or back in the 90s and the early 2000s. But I never really considered that. Back in the 70s, 60s, earlier than that, it would have been that typical get one album, thrash it forever. And maybe that's another reason why a lot of people of that generation just listen to classic rock and the hits. All they want to hear is the hits. They don't want to hear new music. It's just hear that same shit they heard when they were younger. I don't know, maybe that has something to do with it, because it's just that there was that, not that much content, so you just had to froth on.
But it's the same. Like I went to that show last night, and it was, like there was a lot of members of the audience for like.
What show was that?
Show?
Oh yeah, sorry, it was like
Cunt.
Spiderbait and Living End and Lemonheads and Veruca Salt. I think.
Lemonheads,
old school
hell.
like 90s shit, which is right up my alley because I'm 85 years old.
Oh yeah,
He's
you
not
might.
lying.
This is the first time I had someone older than you on the podcast.
No, it wasn't. How old was Ted?
Oh yeah, he was older than
Actually,
me.
so was Drew.
I think
Yeah,
Ted,
Drew's like,
I think Ted
Hey!
from Circles was the same age as
Nah,
me.
because
Hey!
see, the thing is, Josh.
Excuse me.
No. See, like in a video game, Josh has actually reached maximum age and he's circled back around from 0 again.
Yeah, okay.
So when he says he's 36, he's actually 1,036,000.
I'm not 36, you
It's like when
fucking dog.
when
cunt.
your car odometer like hits 99999 and it just clocks out and starts again.
Hey, you're not even 30. He's saying I'm 36. You know what? You're a real cunt today.
Wait,
I am
Josh.
actually. I'm real
You actually
tired.
started the thing.
I'm real tired,
I
let me
really
go.
didn't like the way you started this whole podcast.
Okay,
off,
but-
actually.
all right. Let's restart. All right. Let's restart. How you going today? You old piece of shit. So all right, no, look. All right, we'll start again. One more time. All right, one more time.
Say something nice about me.
All right. How are you? Your skin looks like the bark of the oldest tree on the planet.
I like where you started with that, but it fell away at the end.
Fuck.
You know what? I don't know what I've done to deserve it today, but
See, it's funny because I've got 3 years on you. Like I'm
hey,
well and truly older than you, but people still call you the old cunt. That's great.
I was
It's just
always
me.
a young cunt, and now I've developed this because this guy's literally 3 seconds younger than me.
I've actually ruined your life a bit because everybody thinks you're an alcoholic and you're 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah, you have started. Actually, out of everyone I know, you started the most rumors about me.
Hey,
You fucking.
You're like
you are welcome, sir.
you're like Goondolf the Grey.
Goondolf.
I might go live in Wellington Park. Then I might as well. That's probably what everyone expects of me now. So,
Wellington Square. You mean that park over there?
yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Wellington Park?
Wellington Square. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Oh, apparently
hey,
Goons.
you've drunk more beer than me, and you're calling me an alcoholic. You.
Yeah, but this is my first beer of the day. You would have had about 6 when you got.
I
out of
actually
bed.
have had none, thank you, sir. And I came and picked you up. I'm a responsible
Thank you,
driver.
sir.
Don't drive
I say good day, sir.
Trying to enjoy a succulent beer.
Chinese meal.
That
Hey,
shit'll never get
I
old.
had a sinus infection, as you two flogs know, and
Yeah. So we both stuck our dicks up his nose and blasted his sinuses. full of
blasted it
cum.
with cum, and it actually has worked. That fest stuff, I'm actually feeling so much better. I did take some painkillers, but that is
painkillers
actually
and beer.
and beer.
Good
Well,
combo.
beer usually fucks my sinuses up, but
Mm.
man,
How does that work?
It's either. I mean, for me, it's either the fucking sulfites that they use to preserve it or fortify it or whatever.
Remember that time you were like, "I'm not a beer wanker."
I'm
but
not a beer
this
wanker,
Is citrusy and
but
beer
I-
has sulfites.
But I am a chemistry wanker. No, it's
is
like
that
it's-
because you make meth?
Mm.
You are from
Mm.
Bunbury, so
It's the only reason I
No.
came round is to just sell a huge fucking brick of meth. No,
Yeah.
way.
You wanna do the podcast,
man? I'm scratching.
You just hear the sound of scabs flaking
Yeah.
off you the whole time.
Oh, sorry everybody out there. If you can hear the bugs under my skin, they're real itchy.
you've got grayscale. Hey, you a Game of Thrones character?
What's that dude's name? The one that gets fucking
The creepy rapist.
Yeah,
who
the
wants
one-
to fucking sniff Daenerys.
the one
Daenerys' chair.
the one that
Yeah.
cucks himself over the queen for
Oh,
fucking
mate.
Can't
6
remember.
years.
What he is willing to do for her. It's like, hey, you know that other women exist on the planet. You don't have to have a fucking dragon.
I really wanted to see like the lengths of his fucking servitude. Like if she just went, can you pull your own 40 over your head and suffocate yourself, like whether he would do it.
He's like the fucking he's like the metaphysical representation of people making those jokes like, oh man, I would drag my balls through a mile of broken glass just to smell the last dick that got hard when it saw her.
Swim through a river of shit to suck the cock of the last guy that fucked her. That's the old boyish shit right there. Right up my alley.
Yeah, back to your album.
Yeah, where were we before? Where were we before we made that natural progression? So we're
call your album River of Shit.
that would be pretty sweet. That's a metal as fuck name. River of Fories. So yeah, we've been pretty quiet. Just busy with real life shit. Which, has to happen. We're adults and we're humans. So we haven't played a lot of shows, but we've been working super hard on putting new tunes out because we didn't really have enough for the album. So
when was your last tunes or your last song you put out?
It was a while ago, man. It was probably like this time last year before we went on tour to Melbourne. So it's been a long time since we put anything out. And it's really funny as well because you sort of, like that attention span thing that we talked about before, like it's not that people wane, but you kind of see they sort of start to find other flavors, like, and go looking elsewhere if you haven't done anything for more than 6 months. So it's
less interaction on your content posts.
So I can see why a lot of these bands now are doing 2 and 4 track EPs constantly rather than focusing on a full length. But
it just doesn't feel as satisfying from a band perspective.
No.
If you just do a 4 or 5 track EP compared to doing an album.
Well, it's such a milestone getting out an album, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into it. When you finally do it, it's like, every band that starts out their dreams to fucking put out an album, and now it's like you put out a single. It's like that first stroke when you're jerking off, and that's it. You're like, oh, that's a wank.
Hang on. You guys stroke more than once? I mean, I touch it and it just fucking coughs out love dust. No, but even as a punter, for me, it's way less satisfying. It's wicked to have, 2 or 4 songs or whatever to listen to, but then it's kind of like, oh, they've whet your appetite and then, well, they've honey-dicked you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet callback.
Yeah.
But that's all they've done. Like, they've just given you a little bit of something. I'd rather wait, maybe another year or 2 or whatever and get that full-length product.
Yeah, because I don't understand the mentality. For me, it's like I hear a song I love. I would like to hear heaps of songs I like. It's like I could hear 10 of those songs that I love on one album. It's like
But without being a cunt about your age for once in my life,
you are a cunt.
Here it comes. That's like that's an actual difference in generation in terms of how you guys consume music. I think. Because I'm the same. I prefer to listen to a whole album as well. But my sister, who's she's 5 years younger than me, she's not like that at all. She's never bought an entire album in her whole life.
And
she's wrong.
I find that it's strange for me because it's foreign, like musically, to just go and buy songs. Like, I mean, if I really do like a song and the album's not out yet, I'll buy that song. But if the album's coming out, good or bad, I'm buying that motherfucker and checking it out.
Yeah.
Like,
makes me wonder how it's going to affect how people write music too. Because we went and saw Roger Waters, and I was thinking about this afterwards. Imagine if Pink Floyd had existed in this day. The way they wrote those, sweeping albums where everything works together, and those concept albums just wouldn't work.
But you know what? They'd be a musicians band alone. They'd be one of those bands that musos geek out on, and the mainstream don't give a shit about.
Yeah, and then you end up with this incredible band that is no one's watching.
Yeah,
Or
maybe not so much doomed to obscurity, but they're on the fringe because it's only certain prog dudes or musos or whatever that would listen to them.
What was interesting though about that Roger Waters show? There was a lot of young people there. I know a lot of them are there with their parents, but
majority was older people, but there was heaps of young people.
Yeah, well, that surprised me. There was heaps, and I don't know if they're all just going for it. I doubt most of them are just going to pay $100 whatever dollars.
I think their tickets were $190.
Were they that much?
Yeah.
Dude, Roger's got to eat, man.
Hey, how much do you think all those fucking lights cost? And
Yeah.
the pig drone flying around.
Like, it
and-
was an epic show. That was one of the coolest things I've seen in a long time. Hey,
But
I really enjoyed that.
what though? It's the same. Like I grew up with Pink Floyd, and they're one of my favorite bands on earth. But I was never wasn't around in the 70s or 80s to be able to go and watch them and all this.
Yeah, I
Like,
was just saying, like, with that generational thing, so there's got to be, so there was a lot of young people there in their early, maybe teens, late teens, 20s or whatever. So you think that they're not just going there paying that much just to hang with their parents. They'd have to be into it. So, there has to be a part of that generation that's really into stuff like concept art.
I would hope so. Like, I would hope that people weren't turning up just because it's kind of the place to be, and like, oh, I was at Roger Waters, so I'm, hipster king, whatever.
You would think so for that price tag. we got them a bit cheaper because we got them at the last minute. That last ticks thing.
They
Yeah.
were good seats, man. They
I know,
were
they
fucking
were-
epic seats.
Yeah, so it was like $190 for the tickets, right? To buy them out. But Amber signed up to this thing called Last Ticks, and they message you like a week, 2 weeks. Sometimes it's the day of the show, and they have whatever tickets left. And you can buy them for. So they were $190, I think, or $180 for Roger Waters. We got them for $80,
Fuck.
and they
That's
were
pretty good.
they were hell good seats. It's
Yeah,
like,
they were
you
what,
think
like
you'd be in the rafters and you get
15
there.
rows back?
Yeah, man, it was fucking sick.
Yeah.
Well,
Sick.
pretty on the side, but they would have been pretty close to the stage, man. Like,
Yeah.
they would have been fucking, like you said, they would have been the more expensive seats in the house. So
It was like one of the best nights. I never ever thought I would see that, just because when I discovered Pink Floyd, I knew they were already 1,000 fucking years old, and they both hate each other, Roger Waters and David Gilmour. So I was like, I'm never going to get to see that. And although it wasn't, I would have preferred to have seen it with David Gilmour. Obviously,
Yeah.
Nobody's got that magic in their
See,
fingers.
this is where I'm really torn, because I fucking really love a lot of the Roger Waters stuff, but for me it's like, and I could always tell, even when I was younger, I was like, why does this song sound so vastly different in terms of theme than this one? And then later on realised, because this one Gilmour had a
Roger,
lot more to
yeah.
do with, and this
This
one
one
was,
All the weird shit was Roger.
yeah, but like some of Roger Waters stuff's good, but it's actually I shouldn't
Hey,
just say good. It's fucking amazing.
Say some
Like,
more obvious shit.
Yeah, exactly. No. But it's like some of it borders on mindless self-indulgence. Like,
Well, it's prog,
band.
man.
Yeah, of
that's,
course,
That's
of
kind
course.
of the thing is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
people only call it mindless self-indulgence when it's not good. If it's good, you're a visionary, you're an amazing artist. But if it's boring, then it's self-indulgence.
yeah, well, that's
wankery.
the fine line, isn't it? But
He has-
nah,
he has an interesting style of writing, the way he writes his lyrics and structure of his songs. It's really interesting, so different.
vocal melodies too.
Yeah,
They're really strange, but I love it. Like, they're quite catchy for the way they're written. They're really catchy. So,
I actually there was times on that night I was like fighting back tears a little bit. Just because
Yeah, like, dude, that-
when I was younger, like Pink Floyd was
pussy.
like
Hey,
I'm not. I get the
I
same
am.
shit. Like
Pussy.
if you play me comfortably numb, that vocal harmony in the chorus fucking makes my
numptably come.
it does make me want to numptably come. It's fucking amazing. Like,
that harmonic at the start of the second solo.
dude, I'm thinking about
Yeah,
it
I've
right
got
now, and I'm
goosebumps.
getting fucking goosebumps. It's like, it's an absolute cracker of a tune.
It's ridiculous. He played heaps of shit off Animals too. He played the two first really long songs. I think it's Dogs and no, I can't remember. the other one.
I haven't listened to that album for
Fuck,
He,
it's
pla-
dog.
he played the whole things, and it's like those two songs alone is 25 minutes of
Yeah.
music. Played them the whole way through. It was sick. It was so good.
Yeah,
Wicked.
it was so impressive. The sound was amazing.
Have I got time to just go and pour some urine out of the end of my D hole?
Yeah. We'll do a quick pause.
I have something to talk about as soon as we get back. So
Okay.
we'll go piss out our flaps.
Is
and
it a toilet review?
I'll hold your flaps back. You piss all over me, and we'll come back.
You're welcome.
All right.
Alright.
No, hey. I'm talking. Nah. All right. All right, we're back covered in piss. I peeled Josh's flaps open, and I found inside a delicious rock juice.
This is the one we put up the little video about. Yes. Actually, we'll talk about this one first.
Yeah, we'll talk about this one.
So-
Hang on, let me turn this fucking thing around.
I'm going to pour this cock juice.
Yeah, so this, the one we just had, the one from the boys at Main Liquor. Thank you very much. It's so fucking delicious.
It's great.
Really good.
It was amazing.
It is a Hallertau Porter Noir, I'm pretty sure. It's a, pretty sure it's a Hallertau. I don't know.
By the way, Alex Cotton, my band member, you'd be fucking all over this one, man.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
like
he would
right up
finger
your alley.
himself over that.
Can I finger him over it?
Oh, as soon as you pour that, you just get this like bowl of
Hey, we'll
fruits,
get to
man.
that. We'll get to that. Stop coming.
This waft of dank buds.
Yeah, so we're talking about that. Read it out. Read it.
Yeah, so this Hallertau, it's a barrel-aged porter. I'll just read out the stub because it fucking sounds so nice. An awesome wow, I can't read.
Robust.
An awesome roasty porter thrown into some fresh Pinot Noir barrels to produce a complex array of tart, cherry, chocolate, and roasted flavors.
So what we're saying, as soon as he read that out and said Pinot Noir, we we're talking about it off air. You get that. It makes sense. You can get that Pinot Noir taste.
Mm.
It's fucking
It's
beautiful
not.
beer.
It's not gross though, because like if you're thinking I like beer but I don't like wine, which is where I'm at.
Yeah, so you don't drink wine
No,
at all?
I don't really like wine, so I was skeptical hippo. But it's really subtle and it's really nice.
Yeah.
So.
I think because that's normally that sour beer, anything remotely sour or tangy, I'd just be like, no, that sounds like nightmares incarnate to me. But it has got that winey thing about it. And because once again, I'm 85 years old, I enjoy the odd
Oh,
snifter
Oh.
of vino.
wine's joy, man. I had a nice bottle a couple nights ago.
Well, I mean, it makes up 50% of your blood as an Italian, so of course you're going to like
I
it.
actually had my parents over for some of my pasta and whipped open a nice bottle of wine that I got for my birthday.
That is so
Thank
fucking
you, Slav
wog.
and Tyler.
Thank you, Slav, and all my other WOG friends. Slav, come on, man.
Can I,
Well, he's not
that's-
actually a wog. He
Yeah,
is
he's
actually
Yugoslavian or
he's
something.
Czech.
well, that's the thing.
Check.
I'm fucking Polish and Dutch, so I'm a wannabe wog. Like
Yeah,
I'm not good enough to
fucking-
be in the wog club, but
Justin Van Kukulka.
Is that your actual full name?
Van Kukulka.
You should change it to
Yeah,
It should.
yeah.
Hey, we're going to talk about this rock juice. We talked about it yesterday, but as soon as you crack that open, you get that. I literally smelt fruit punch as soon as I cracked that open, and you've done it again, Rocky Ridge. You have done it again.
Oh, they just can't fucking miss at the moment.
They can't. Hey, the beers. I tried that other pale ale they put out. I
The
can't
Ace.
remember. The Ace one.
That's actually, the dog on the can is actually like the brewery dog, eh? He just hangs out at the brewery. It's
Sweet.
fucking cool, yeah.
What a champ.
Yeah.
Can I? I'm probably going to hate it, but can I have a taste?
No.
That's fair enough.
Fuck you.
Hey,
Pretty honest.
It's that good.
Yeah.
No.
Fucking
Give him a
nice.
Don't
taste.
share
Give
drinks,
him a
mate.
taste, you
All right, mate.
fuck.
Go on, you can have a sip.
Dog.
Oh, can I? Well,
He'll hate it though. He doesn't like hops.
how generous of
It's
you.
actually quite. Yeah, I don't know. I think.
Oh no, I'm not.
He sniffed
I'm not even putting.
He sniffed it and he's like, "Get fucked."
Look, Rocky Ridge. I'm sure it's an amazing beer, but that smells like someone left everyone's marijuana in the wash to me.
that
Yeah,
makes
he's
me
not a
want to
fan
drink
of
it
the
even
hops.
more.
Nah.
Not a.
That makes
fan.
me want to drink it even
Mm.
more.
It's for like let's do a comparison here. Not to toast local breweries, but I love Mash Brewery. I fucking love their beers.
Love that
but
copycat.
yeah, the copycat's so good. So me and Zane went and had an afternoon down at the Mash Brewery, and we had nothing to do, and we went and just got fucking wasted. I think we got there at lunchtime. We left there at 9 p.m. and
Just-
we
Oh
could
man,
barely walk.
I was
Obliterated.
so fuck-eyed. I think I left one of my eyes on the floor there. Eh?
We literally just sat at a fucking table for that long and just drilled booze like this cat. And we started off. They put out a beer called Sarcasm. It's a 9% strong ale.
They call it a session IPA.
Yeah, and it's like okay. Let's talk. Everyone has been talking about it on the beer forum pages, and everyone said such good things about it. It is one of the worst beers I've ever fucking tasted. It is horrible. Like it's
But
got
do
a
you reckon that's as a result of so much hype around it that it like?
No,
it
It's
actually
just
is gross.
shocking, eh? So
Yeah.
it's a 9. So that's a 9% beer. This is a 9% beer. So it's strong. Does not taste like an IPA. Tasted like a bad strong lager. Like
Yeah.
it's super high, like strong alcohol taste. Beer taste was bland, quite malty. I can't remember that. Was pretty.
Put it this way: if Satan had been nailed to a board and he said I had to pick one, and if I pick the beer that's the least delicious, he's gonna fuck my asshole. So if I get it wrong, there's a lot riding here, okay? On the left we have hammer and tongs.
Sorry, my attention span's really short. I tuned out after you said Satan.
After all the blood rush to your card cock. On the left you have hammer and tongs, and on the right you have sarcasm. Gonna have to pick the hammer and tongs.
Oh, and then you find out that you picked the wrong one, and you're like, oh, I knew all along, as Satan just wrecking
That's
your
why I picked hammer
arsehole.
and tongs, because I wanted you to hammer me.
When you're hammer and tong at my arsehole.
Unless-
Go hammer and
Unless,
tong.
of course, your like sexual fantasy is to get like brutally, powerfully, anally raped by Satan. In which case, you're in fucking seventh.
Brutally and
Hey,
powerfully.
don't kink shame me. Why do you think I was so specific? Don't kink shame me, you fuck.
Hey, I was gonna bring up a story. I thought I remember that was quite funny while you're on here, Mr. Kukulka.
See, by the way, Josh is one of the only human beings on earth that's not family that can say my last name right. So kudos.
It actually sounds like a national park in the
I always
Northern
call it-
Territory or something.
You saved in my phone as Kukulka. So there you go. So we were on tour in Southeast Asia, and when Cookie was drumming for us, and
Wait, man, going to Bali for a weekend's not a fucking Southeast
no, we weren't
Asian
in
tour.
Bali, you fucking pleb.
I know.
We went to 3 different countries that were an hour apart. Thank you very much.
So we were in Java and we're driving around and we're in the back of a car, me Justin and Mick, and we're in the back of the car. And we pull up at the lights. You remember this?
Yeah, man.
We pull up at the lights, and a lady comes up to the car with a baby, and she's just there with this little baby, and she's asking for money, and the window's wound down. It's the tiniest bit. She comes to Mick's window, and obviously goes to us, and Mick just looks up, sort of turns to it with out the corner of his eye, and this is like, how much for the boy? And me and Cookie just fucking lost it, hey? And then the car drove off, and we were crying, hey? And then he pulls up, and we pull up at the next lights, and this guy, no, I'm not even making this shit up. We pull up at the next lights, and this guy comes up with no arms. And he comes up to the car to beg again, and Mick's like, oh, he must be an arms dealer.
That was
It was like 2 of the best calls I've ever heard.
That was the best
Cookie
thing.
were wrecked,
They
eh?
were literally 30 seconds apart, and I hadn't got over the first one yet before the second one happened. Oh,
It was driving through like Java through the city, and me and Cookie were wrecked, hey? I could not stop. I think I was laughing for an hour after that.
Western privilege for the win, eh?
I think it was just funny because Mick didn't even laugh. He just pulled out these 2 epic calls.
I know, I can see his stone face as he said it. Hey. He must be an
Emotional.
arms
Just
dealer.
delivered them with brutal accuracy.
Oh man, it was fucking hilarious. Eh?
See, that's how you do a pun. That's how you do a fucking pun. Arms dealer, that's fucking amazing.
I just did not expect it as well. That's some of his best work, I think.
I thought you were going to tell the story about me kicking Sammy out of the room after 7 days so I could finally have a wank.
Oh,
Oh, really? Did you get out, I need to wank?
No, it's just like he goes, I might do something this afternoon. And I was like, well, Sammy, if I was you, I probably would, buddy, because it's been 7 days and I need to tear the head off it. So get the fuck out of here.
was that in Thailand? No,
That was in Bali.
Wait, man, we got to Thailand, right? We got to the hotel there in Bangkok, and we rolled in. I think this place was about 20 cents a night, and the fucking floor was on an angle.
Dude,
you
the
felt
whole-
like you're like
the
walking.
whole
On, What's
building-
going on with
The
me?
whole building was on like a 2 or 3 degree incline. So you'd be laying in bed and you'd wake up like...
And I remember me, you, and Mick bought like a carton of durries. And we literally rolled in, just laid in our beds, and everyone just lights up a cigarette. You're like, you can smoke here. And everyone's just smoking and like touching the rooms
Fucking
up.
hell. That's crook.
Yeah, that was some fun time.
Memories.
Just smell like cigarettes and cum when you left.
Oi,
Oh,
the
it
place
smelled-
looked like a fucking half melted wax museum. by
it
the
smelled
time
like
we
the
left.
fist of 1,000 hand jobs in there. It was fucked.
Oh, fucking hell.
Get in some current events,
I
shall
think we
we?
should get in some current events. So,
Some current events with
Yeah,
a couple
let's-
cunts.
Okay, guys, we're gonna be present in the moment right now.
Nah, we need some music. Can you provide us some current event music?
Some current event music.
Just like one of those news segments. Dun, 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 dun.
While we're on Thailand, the first current event I had. Did you guys fucking see there was a shootout this morning, on Koh Samui Beach?
Seriously?
That's in Thailand, I'm assuming.
Yeah. It's one of the main tourist beaches in Thailand. So, guess what? It was over. Two opposing jet ski
hard ladyboy dicks.
Oh, don't say ladyboy dicks. Yeah, so two opposing jet ski rental company owners. Fucking, and they've had arguments before, got into some heated argument, just
A
started
jet ski hire turf war.
Yeah. One of them,
Wait, is this
dead.
a Grand Theft Auto
No,
mission?
I was going to say, it sounds like a thrash punk band straight off the bat.
I'm not even making this shit up. One of them's dead.
Holy shit.
One of them's dead. They both got shot. Both. I think the details are still coming out, but they were just firing guns off, and I'm not sure if a bunch of people have been shot or whatever. But they got one of the jet ski owners. He ain't owning a jet ski company
Jesus.
Fucking
anymore.
hell.
He went to the great big jet ski hire in the sky.
Yeah.
Jesus. So what,
Hell, man.
they're just because one's taking business from the other.
Yeah, I have no idea. It
Fuck.
didn't really say. It was just quite a short. It was one of those breaking news ones, so I didn't.
That's pretty
There wasn't
gangster,
much
eh?
on it yet, but
It's like,
Thailand, what's going on there?
I got like images of cunts fucking smashing along on jet skis, like firing RPGs off and shit.
I just got like American Ninja Warrior, like just on jet skis. That's all I'm picturing. It's the
Well,
worst
they're
thing.
just
It's,
hitting each other with foam fucking sticks.
like, the
and
worst
shit.
thing is someone's died, and yet somehow it's still kind of hilarious. Because like, when did you ever hear of a
Well-
jet ski turf war?
Well, no, it's fucking sad, and rest in peace to him.
Yeah, it's
but
pretty fucking
we're gonna
rough.
go off on tangents and talk about how funny it is that there was a jet ski turf war, because
I
it
just- I
wasn't the
didn't-
first fucking time that these guys have been having beef for years. Apparently,
I
He's
didn't
like,
realize
gets-
it was such a turbulent market. Jet ski.
He probably
hire.
gets home and he's like, "Oh, that fucking dog!"
Well, there you fucking go. But just think twice before you get into the fucking jet
Yeah.
ski market.
Also, you may want to,
If you're getting into the jet ski market, get some good muscle,
yeah.
but make sure they're on jet skis. As
Who
well.
would have thought you need muscle when you're hiring a fucking jet ski or you're renting it? Haven't
probably
got a jet ski rental.
reevaluate your life if you're getting into the jet ski market though.
Hey, try stand up paddle boards.
Hey, your
I heard
biggest,
it's not so volatile.
your biggest fucking problem's not the turf war. It's that you want to get into jet skis. They're the Harleys of the fucking water, cunt.
Yeah, they are
you know that
so
really-
obnoxious. Hey, you work in the mines, you got 10 jet skis. We always had this joke that, everyone that works in the mines, they come back and when they try and hook into girls at the pub, they just pull out their wallet and they just have a fold down photo section of all their jet skis and then the chicks will count how many jet skis they have and they're like, "Oh, you got fucking 20 jet skis, cunt." I'm
But
keen.
and instead of reading Playboy, they just read like Jet Ski magazine. But the centerfold is just a jet ski with the like top coming off, and exposing the motor.
Oh, look at that two-stroke. Fuck, it gets me.
Oh, I'm gonna have a fucking 2-stroke right now, cunt.
You say that as a joke, but when the recession came, did you see how many Holden Commodores with jet ski trailers attached to them were for sale as packages?
I
in
like it.
Gumtree?
Why does that come with a package? It's like, hey, you want to be a fucking deadbeat instantly? Come
like-
buy me fucking deadbeat package off me.
I noticed that when there was that sort of period a few years ago where it was like all those major companies announced massive layoffs, I noticed the week after car sales, there like when they still had print, was double the thickness, and it was like if you look through there, honestly, it was just SS Commodore Utes with jet ski combos.
They actually
like,
had to bring out an actual Commodore jet ski
Yeah.
collab
Well,
magazine just
yeah,
for that.
Yeah, they had to bring out a whole new fucking jet ski magazine. What else you got, man? I gotta bust out of here real soon, so
Yeah, fuck, cunt. What time you have to leave?
I got about 10.
10.
Yeah.
What time you got to be there?
I gotta fucking go and play mini golf for work. Do it.
What time you got to be there?
Well, I gotta be there at 3, but
Are you going to that Holy Moly?
yeah,
trip?
holy moly.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Yeah.
That's good
Is
fun.
it? Yeah.
You fucking dog.
Well, it's free. But hey, it's 2 hours of free
Hey,
beer.
yeah, and this
So-
cunt wouldn't take me as his
I was
date.
going to say,
He
can
would
we
take
go?
me as his fucking date.
Sorry. Sorry, Amber exists.
Hey, hey.
Hey, Amber. Stop existing.
Hey,
Yes, I guess,
Amber,
guess you really
stop.
find out who your mates are on podcasts. So.
All right, we'll get. Well, I've got the. Oh, sorry, man.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say I've got about 13, 14 more hours of talking before I.
Before your
Yeah.
fucking mouth winds
Yeah.
down. So there was the Warp Tour lineup got announced. I'm just gonna read the whole thing out because it's pretty I mean, I like it. If you don't like it,
Zane, you may as well leave
Fuck
now
you.
because the lineup's so long. You'll have to go by then.
And also, it's dog shit.
kill yourself.
Controversy.
I haven't even looked at it. I just wanted to trigger Josh because he's so balls deep in Van's Warp Tour.
Well, who wouldn't like Vans Warp Tour?
And you're wearing.
I mean, if you're
not
like,
brand loyal.
Oh, shit. What a dog.
I'm a dog cunt. Well, so I'll read it out. I think it's pretty cool lineup. I got to zoom in here for me.
It is like it's not. It's not a lot of it's not my cup of tea, but there was enough bands that I was like, "Fuck, I'd love to go to that. That's great."
Well, it's a pretty cool send off. You know, it's fucking sad it's ending, but
Yeah,
it's
surely for the final one they had to go big. Like,
yeah. So I mean, they got so many bands on this one. They got this band sucks. I've actually seen this band 303.
They've got so many good bands.
They got 303 all time low. Amity Affliction. As it is, Asking Alexandria, Assuming We Survive, August Burns Red, Beartooth, Black Veil Brides, Bowling for Soup.
What fucking year is it?
Man, they've got
Is it
Bowling for
2001?
Soup,
but man, it's the last one ever, so it's cool because they've got like everything from across the Vans Warp Tour catalog. So it's
Well,
fucking
so far
sick.
we've got nothing newer than
Broadside.
2001.
Capstan, Chase Atlantic, Chelsea Grin,
All right,
Crown
Chelsea
the
Green, I got
Empire.
time for.
Dayseeker. I love Dayseeker.
Dayseeker,
Check them
I got
out
time
if you
for.
haven't heard them. Dead Girls Academy, D's Nuts, Dollskin, Don Brocco, Every Time I Die, Falling in Reverse, Farewell Winters, 4 Years Strong, Frank Turner, Grayscale, they're a good new band. Hail the Sun, Harm's Way, Ice Nine Kills, In Heart's Wake.
Wow, In Heart's Wake are pretty far up. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're doing the whole tour as well.
Yeah,
Go
that's
check
sick.
them out if you're there. Issues, Knocked Loose, Knuckle Puck, Calibi Khan, Less Than Jake, Light Burns, The Main, Makeout, Mayday Parade, Motionless in White.
Hell,
Move-
I got time for Motionless in White.
Seriously?
Everybody's screwing their face up now, but I fucking love Motionless in
Seriously?
White. Yeah, I love Motionless in
Okay.
White.
Yeah, I don't mind
Cool.
Motionless in White. Movements, My Children, My Bride, Necrogoblicon.
I knew you. I knew.
Necro Goblin.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Jesus Christ!
No,
I
it's
thought
Necrogoblicon.
Goblicon.
Oh, okay, well, that must be a
Necrogoblicon.
different thing. Oh.
I
Yeah,
was
they're
gonna
new.
say.
Oh, they're fairly new, I think.
No, I don't think they are. They've been around for a while.
Necronomicon.
Yeah, it's like Necronomicon, but
But
Necrogoblicon.
Yeah, okay.
And the guy dressed up as a goblin.
yeah,
from
that
what
was
I'm
well. That was Necro. Anyway, I'm not gonna.
Palais Royal, Pine Hat. I don't know, Penis Hat.
Is that Phineas?
Phineas? Yeah.
Been
Picturesque.
Been reading long or no?
See us. Real Friends. Real Big Fish. That's what.
That's hilarious.
Real Big.
Jesus.
Wait,
Christ.
I know.
See,
Joe,
I let Less Than Jake go. I was like, they've probably got a new album out, so I'll let that one slide.
Wait, no, they'll just
Real
play
Big
Take
Fish.
On Me like 100 times. Take on me. I was at Warp Tour year. I think it was 2010. I was standing there watching a band, and I just turned, and the Real Big Fish singer standing next to me, and I was like, that cunt's still wearing those same Elvis glasses and that floral shirt that he was wearing in the early 90s.
You mean
hey,
the
get a
Aviators?
new
Are
wardrobe.
you hating on
Get a
Aviators?
new wardrobe.
Unreal.
Get a new wardrobe. What?
You hating on Aviators?
No,
Those
the ones with the gold side. You know, the Elvis glass.
Yeah, Aviators. Isn't that what?
No,
Elvis
they're
was?
not. Well, they look similar. They're not like they're Elvis. Like he has his own style.
If someone put the stems out there for Real Big Fish and removed all the like kind of orchestral horns and shit, it would just be.
Did you hear that Real Big Fish and Blink 182 song? That is exactly the same.
Oh, man,
Have you heard it?
Oh, you bring those two heavyweights in together, and well,
Man,
right,
that
must be.
go have a listen. They're actually like, well, I suppose what's his name? Who did Fame's album?
Travis Barker.
No, fuck, I've got
Oh,
blank.
yeah.
John
John
Feldman.
Feldman.
So John Feldman produced both of them. Hey,
Belchman.
getting lazy. You listen to it, it's the same fucking song and same lyrics, same melody. It's actually I didn't expect it to be exactly the same. And I was like,
Oh man!
Shit!
You just YouTube that phrase, you'll be surprised how many fucking songs are like that.
Yeah.
Like exactly.
See, that's and a lot of the time.
Oh no,
that's
it's not. It is the same tune reimagined.
Yeah,
it's the same fucking thing.
There's some videos of like Nickelback songs, and Creed songs.
Yeah,
that are
because
fucking exactly
it's
the same.
audio generated by producer. It's not artist. It's producer.
Well, they know what makes a
No,
good song.
that's look. I'm not ragging on it. I'm just saying that's kind of how it is.
Rag on it. Go on, rag on it.
Fuck you, cunt. You should all die.
Right, so we got Sharp Tooth, Silverstein, Simple Plan. That's for Cookie.
Simple
He's
Plan.
into those.
Simple plan. Wow.
What was that? What was
Sleep
that? What was that one Simple Plan song that everybody loved? Back in the day?
Hey, Dad, look at me.
Yeah, that's the one.
Think back and talk to me.
Was it that one?
Yeah, that's the one. What
Hey,
was the
man.
chorus to that? Wait, also don't
Nothing
sing like
lasts forever. Sorry, can't be perfect.
Wait,
We had this,
why did
me
you
and-
sing like
me and,
Old Mate from Avenged Sevenfold?
Me and fucking Slab had this talk that to be pop punk, you got to have that full like
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be.
accent.
No
it's gotta be.
shit.
It's got to be nasally as
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
and you have to have
Yeah.
emphasis on the
Hey, I'm
R's.
fucking down with it. I love pop punk. No, it's
you have
not
to
really Simple
stick
Plan.
tampons up your nose for starters.
Yeah.
Actually, you've
Put
got
a
a
peg
sinus
on your
infection right now. You'd probably be. Let's go do some.
I'm
Vox.
sorry, Dad.
So then we got Sleep on It, State Champs, Story Untold, Sum 41, Taking Back Sunday. Fuck up, mate. This Wildlife, Tonight Alive, Trash Boat. I love Trash Boat. That's sick. Twizzard, Under Oath, sick. Unearth. That's going
I
back.
honestly
Unearth.
fucking unearth oncoming storm like gives
Fuck
me
yeah.
big willy stiffies.
We got The Used, Wage War,
Oncoming
Water
Storm.
Parks,
Interesting.
We the Kings, and With Confidence. But that is a
Just hang on a second.
The
Let's go.
album before is no wait, sorry, excuse
No.
me. No, I'm thinking of someone else. Yeah, Oncoming Storm is
Yeah,
the one
man.
with the Great Dividers
Yeah.
on it. Yeah.
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 Let's talk about that. Is a fucking like whatever music you're into. There's something there for everyone. That's a stacked lineup. That's pretty
Listen,
fucking cool.
I wouldn't fly to America for that.
No.
Honestly, there's
But
just
it's,
not
it's
enough
even the
there.
whole experience, man. Like, I didn't see heaps of bands like the last time I was there because I was getting trolleyed in the pool. But it's just a fucking good day.
But
cool
it's going to
experience.
cost you $2,000 for
You're
us.
not going to
Yeah.
fly there for it. You're going to fly to
Yeah, that's what I'm
America
saying.
Yeah,
for-
there's-
If I was there, I
America.
would go.
There's enough.
for
There's
sure.
enough there that if they brought that lineup to Perth, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'll go check that out.
Well,
There's
I'd
five
pro-
or six
that's a
bands I
big
wouldn't
band.
mind
All
seeing.
time low.
I'd go to
and
Melbourne.
asking
I'd fly to
Alexandria.
Melbourne or Sydney to see
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just honestly, I'd probably go just to see Unearth.
Oh, actually, I was going to say, are you gonna get a download in Melbourne?
Nah, AIDS.
I'd have to look at the lineup again, but I don't think so.
I kind
That's
of
such
want
a
to
shit
fly.
lineup.
I
I'm
want to
sorry.
fly over there and just watch Gojira sideshows. Like,
Yeah, I've seen Gojira and I've seen Limp Bizkit and I've seen Korn.
who gives a fuck about Limp
There's some
Bizkit?
sick-
Man,
but-
I grew up on Limp Bizkit. I love that
If
shit.
Limp Bizkit could
Nah.
just be Sam Rivers and John Otto, I would watch that shit till the cows come home.
Fred Durst.
Just a
You're
jam band
pleb.
for 40 minutes.
You're a flog, Fred Durst.
Their guitarist is sick. Wes Borland is awesome.
Yeah,
He's got some pretty good solo shit.
yeah. Look, he's out there doing shit, but
He actually does have good solo shit.
I've never heard
Yeah,
it,
actually,
but
the
I
last-
am
that-
skeptical.
that
Hippo Flap.
that last thing he dropped
The
was
newest one,
heavy
yeah.
as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was real surprised. I was like,
And most
shit.
of his solo shit's been pretty soft, like more along the vein of like White Stripes kind of stuff.
Yeah, sort of like, well, for him, experimental, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, that whatever, because was it like Big Dumb Face or some shit? Was that his original solo Inception?
I think it had a stupid name.
Something like that,
yeah.
yeah. Which I didn't really dig, but whatever he's putting this new one out under what moniker is heavy as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different name now, eh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not sure. What else you got?
Well, how much longer we got? We got time for two more.
Well, you just can keep going. I'll just fuck off.
no. I've got two more, but
Just keep going. Don't be a pussy.
Well, I've got-
Hey, are you scared because you don't know how to press spacebar on my laptop?
No, he just doesn't want to be left alone with me because, you know,
Bark
he'd have
up.
to fucking
no,
rig
it's
me.
because
He'll feel that.
I
fucking-
only have
he'll
two
feel
more.
that redhead rage in his butt.
He doesn't want to stay with me because he doesn't want to feel the oncoming storm within his anus.
Oh, that was nice. That callback. Also,
I'm
gay.
all right.
Hey.
We're gonna do one more.
Wait. Throw yourself off the balcony right now.
All right, guys, I'm fucking...
Hey, can we actually, before we do the last one, we're gonna go on to wank of the week in a second, but So we did a video clip yesterday, and we got to give it. I have to give a big shout out to Jaden Arts and Hannah Gibson and Joe Varley for filming as well. If Joe Varley's doing so much shit around Perth at the moment for every band, and you know, national artists and that, but he is really switched on. He's killing it with his videography and that. So
yeah, that's what Joe's shit is not. It's not good for Perth. It's like world beating good stuff.
Yeah,
we were
he's
talking
just-
about it because the band I was in, Reflections of Ruin, he actually did his very first film clip with us, and it cost us like nothing because he was trying to get the experience. So to see, I haven't done one with him since. Well, actually, no, I did one with Novaki, but that was 3 years ago now.
Yeah.
Just to see how good he's gotten he's fucking.
Dude, I'm watching him and I'm like, every single time he does one, it gets better and better and better.
Not even just filming, like his directing yesterday was amazing. He was like, all right, do that exact same thing, but this time when you put the pen down, make your hands tremble and breathe heavy. It was like,
if any like young bands or any bands are looking for someone to do their video with, check Joe out, Dark Spirit Photography, because he's doing amazing things. But
honestly, even
also,
bands from the East Coast, like
well, he's doing some big ones that'll probably come out soon.
And he honestly, like, that dude will be doing videos for bigger and bigger bands. Like,
he's got.
I think he's already.
Yeah, man, and he deserves to be because he's fucking amazing.
And he's just a fucking lord as well.
He's just put I mean, I've said this before. He just has put more into the fucking music community in Perth than anyone.
Yep.
It's just
honestly, without Dark Spirit, there would probably be 90% less decent film clips in
all the
no
Yep.
exaggeration at all.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had Jaden Arts and Hannah Gibson, two aspiring Perth actors.
I wouldn't even say aspiring. They were fucking so good.
Yeah, they were great. Like, they got so much natural talent just to start with, those two. I mean, great people, awesome to work with, and they just killed it yesterday. And
we didn't even know Hannah. And,
No.
she just showed up, and I made breakfast for everyone before we started. She just showed up and slotted right in. She's just an absolute legend. She helped us get everything together, and
yeah, great. She helped with the script,
and she just could turn. She was like, she'd be hell funny, hell nice, and then Joe would be like, "All right, we're going," and she would just be, and could just turn it on instantly. It was really impressive. She was amazing.
Absolutely. I think we made a little hard for Jaden because we're mates too. We're fucking talking shit, and he'd be laughing. He's like, "I gotta fucking."
Well, just
trying to be serious.
Imagine trying to like, you know, fake cry and be devastated and shit, and all your mates are standing around watching you.
Well, I honestly believe though those two are gonna do big things and go far with their acting careers. They're young, they're fucking really talented, and they're only just beginning. So it's super impressive. And you guys will get to see it soon, and we're going to have them on the podcast. We'll have a pre-screening before anyone gets to see it, and then we'll get on the podcast and have a chat about it. But yeah, so thank you to them, and it's fucking awesome.
Sick.
So we've got one last thing, wank of the week. All right. I think it was last week, but hey. No. What? Was she picking you up?
Fucking rude.
Excuse me. This is the last thing we're talking about. This. I need your opinion on this.
I can give you my opinion. I just need my phone.
Okay. So that band Camp Cope, you know, the one that fucking whinges and then somehow get about opening festivals and then cries we're the equality card. Hey. Don't you just like music because it's good? Anyway, we've talked about that, but this is dead set what they have said.
Just hang on. Just you saying, like, bringing that up has triggered me to need to go and empty urine into a ceramic receptacle. So
Right, anyway, we're back. So Cookie had a fucking piss out of his pussy. Sneaky piss. Yeah. So anyway, we're going on about wank of the week. So wank of the week this week is Camp Cope, and they're
wank
actually
of the week. You mean wank of this universe?
No, I was literally just about to say this. They are shaping up to be wank of the year, wank of the life. They're cunts. Anyway,
cunts.
I hate them. I just hate their whole fucking attitude because when we talk about music, people listen to music because they like it and for their own enjoyment. And now they're trying to push on people. You have to like us for equality. Doesn't come into it.
Isn't it ironic because it's like I call it
Hey,
aggressive
stop
equality.
quoting that song. That's the second
Isn't
time.
it?
Isn't it
ironic?
coincidence? No,
I-
it's
I'm-
fucking. It's like forced. Like it's aggressive equality. Like fucking like us.
It's like you
Like us
can't
'cause
you
we're
can't.
chicks.
But I'm gonna read this out just to trigger you more. So this is what they actually said after that whole saga. You know, them whinging and complaining about their spot that they weren't playing high enough on the I think Falls Festival lineup or whatever it was, and you know, and then it worked for them. It's like, hey, write better songs, be better musicians, write shit people like. So anyway, they've actually said this. This is on, I think it's on Twitter.
Yeah, it's Twitter, yeah.
Can cis white men stop reviewing our album?
No, I'm
It's
out.
not for you.
I'm out.
Edit. No, not even. Edit. Next post. Can cis white men stop? What? So what? You saying cis white men, whatever the fuck that bullshit cis thing is that you made up that's not actually a word. Stop. Do you mean what? Kill ourselves?
I don't think it's not a real thing.
No, it's bullshit. Don't give credit to it.
No, it's like cisgender white male is just a terrible way to say you've had an easier life than, say, a gay Aboriginal man.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, I
Yeah.
bet there's gay
That's-
Aboriginals that
into-
have
into-
awesome lives.
Yeah, but I'm sure there is. But to say that your life's not been easier, that's all it is. It's just a
Yeah,
hell of
yeah.
obnoxious way to say that.
But it's just such a lot of shit. And then this is the next one. I would much rather a woman or a queer person write a review. I'd much rather that person get exposure and get paid for their writing. They deserve it more. It's like just such a fucking generalization as well. Like you actually are like first of all, your songs are fucking woeful.
Well, just go past that because there's so much more in that tweet than about their music. This whole thing is basically people who have brown skin should be valued more no matter what they do. That's not. That's reverse racism.
Honestly,
is.
I'm sitting over here in the corner charging up like Dragon Ball Z. Just the hypocrisy. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I would rather, I just I could sit here, people give me money and I do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, I would rather that.
That's
but it
'cause you're
ain't
a
going to happen.
cisgender white
The
male.
worst-
Sorry.
Actually, whoa. We didn't address this earlier. According to the University of WA, you're not a cisgender privileged white male because you got red hair.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that is.
Minority.
Wait, no,
Yeah.
this is actually
Minority.
dead certain. They
Yeah.
sent a fucking list, and
Yeah.
having red hair was on this list. Some of the things on this list, like, what is the world fucking coming to here?
Yeah, if you've got red hair, you've lived a life of discrimination.
I fucking have, but I dealt with it like a human being. Like, why do you
How
think?
have you
why do you
been
think I'm?
discriminated?
But why do you?
Other than us making harmless jokes, has your life actually been affected because you have red hair?
Well, it's given me a greater sense of humor and more of a need to get the fuck on with my life and do something. But it's not like I sit in dark rooms crying because someone called me a name one time. Just fucking have a Coke and a smile and chill the fuck out.
I just can't believe it's coming to, and it annoys me that it worked for them. You know, they're causing a stir of controversy over nothing because, yeah, we want more. We want everything to be equal. That's what we want. Men and women should be equal. We want it all to be. We want everyone.
Everybody. Yeah.
Everybody to be fucking equal, no matter what gender you are, race, sexuality. We should all be equal. That doesn't fucking come into it. But how does that relate to musical taste?
Well,
And like we talked about before, it's like how many bands are there? You know, it's the amount of. Oh, I can't even.
Well,
talk
man,
today.
if nothing else, it's a war on objectivity. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't make sense,
Exactly.
and it's just like shut the fuck up. Just let us enjoy music. Like, don't make a fucking drama and a problem out of everything in life because it's so self-absorbed and
that-
It is self-absorbed.
Yeah.
But I said
Yeah,
this
yeah.
the other week. Music has always been a form of political expression, of course, which is what they're doing, and they probably think or feel that they're, doing the modern day Rage Against the Machine thing. But what they're doing is,
Yeah,
Hey,
Rage Against the Coffee Machine.
wrote good music.
Yeah.
well, I'm not judging music
Yeah, I
at
know.
all.
That
I'm
was a
just
joke.
completely.
Well, not. That was true.
Wait, hey, hey, you're the female version of the Smith Street Band, which Josh has already demonstrated the value of on the At Depths podcast. But the problem
You're
is
reading
the
our
problem is
paragraph.
this whole thing is like we're fighting for equality. We want people to be everybody's equal. Gay people, trans people, men, women, whoever the fuck you are, brown people, Indian, whatever. No one cares. They want everyone to be the same. Okay. Don't tell white people they can't listen to your music. Then that's
Exactly.
is that
Wait,
not completely counterproductive
They're white
to your
people
cause?
as well. That's they're white people.
Yeah.
Hey, have
Look-
you looked in the mirror? You're
if you're
a white
man,
person.
if you're a man, gender discrimination, and you're white, racism, you can't listen to our music. But we're fighting for equality. That's-
by discriminating people.
Let's bring something up there.
Biggest
And this
hypocrites.
comes back to
I
a similar
I
scenario.
like how there's three men sitting around talking about
Yeah,
this.
of course. That's the thing. It's like, it's a little bit biased. at the
Hey,
moment.
no, we've got a redhead,
Yeah,
oppressed,
that's-
Italian,
I'm a minority.
Italian.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a
right.
minority.
That's
I'm
right.
triggered. Polish.
Mm.
Yep, minority.
Well, my granddad was German, so
oh, well, there you go. I'm sure.
actually that's probably not a good thing. In the time he was around, probably not a good thing.
Final solution, anyone? No, but it's I don't even know how to break this down into something simple. But it's funny because just the phrase itself, the fight for equality, it doesn't need to be a fight. It's quite simple. It's someone's attitude. If a minority or someone of the other sex or whatever walks in the room, do you have to fight your own mind to accept them? You either do accept them or you don't. Like, what? How are we fighting for acceptance? Just don't be a dickhead.
And the funny
It's
thing
because
is,
historically it's needed to be fought for because of how, like people used to actually hang and
Yeah.
set black people on fire.
That's right.
well,
you know-
people used to burn like women for something
they
would
were
go wrong
witches.
in the village,
Yeah.
and they'll blame a woman
Yeah.
that maybe had a different point of view, but. It
But the
it
fact
isn't
of the
like that
matter is-
anymore. And you know what? You know the countries. This is what I find so fucking funny about it. The countries that need feminism the most, the countries
Islam.
that need equality,
Iraq,
yeah, Middle
Afghanistan.
East.
Pakistan.
They
India.
wouldn't for the life of
Indonesia.
them fucking go there and do it because they haven't got the
Russia.
fucking balls because
Eastern Europe.
they want they want to stand there and they want to protest and make a big song and dance about it, but they want the fucking cops right there to save them. Then they got and that shows to me that you're not someone that's passionate about it or actually cares that much about what you're fighting for, because you're fighting for it in the safety of a Western country where you'll be protected from what you're saying that's pretty equal. Our countries are like Sweden, equal as fuck. Like, these countries that have the biggest feminist populations or whatever. They are the ones, like they're the most equal. So it's just like strange to me. Go somewhere that needs it. Fight for the women that fucking needs it, but you don't fucking do it.
So what you're saying is Camp Cope need to play a free benefit charity show in Pakistan.
Yes, do it. And go show the women that fucking need to be free. These women that were burning their burqas after, when ISIS.
That's a current event actually. They
Well, has that happened again?
I think it was in Iran. I think the women are trying to be done with the full body burqa, even the head one. They're like, we don't fucking want this anymore. And what's happened is I think 35 women have been arrested, and they've amended the law in Iran so that not wearing a burqa falls under prostitution laws.
Oh, I did see that.
Because
yeah.
your body's exposed.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
So that's
It was
I mean,
Iran, that meme that I sent.
Oh man, that's what you're saying though. Like these places are the places that need feminism. It's all relative. Like even in places like Australia, Canada, I'm sure there's horrible shit that happens to women in the workplace. Creepy boss, especially older generation. There's always going to be that shit. But what's a creepy boss compared to you gonna get your fucking head cut off if you
Yeah.
show your face? Like they're the places that really need this stuff. So get on Twitter and cause a huge fucking shitstorm over where you're playing on the bill just because you're a woman.
That's what
It's selfish.
That's what annoys me. It's narcissistic and selfish. Like It's got nothing to do with gender. It's got nothing to do with anyone's movements or objectivity or art or whatever.
I bet you the guy who did the lineup didn't know they were all chicks.
Probably.
Well,
Oh.
why
He
would
just-
you? Are you meant if you're doing set times? Are you meant to go and research every single band's profile?
Don't have time. There's 50 bands. Don't have time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny to be a small-time band, aspiring band, and then tell someone not to listen to your album or tell a group of people? It's just
Man,
like,
I'd just be
you
stoked someone fucking
fucking
listened to my
idiots.
album.
Man,
I'd be
oh,
stoked someone
anyone.
took the time to review my
I
album.
don't, I don't care what you are. I don't care if you're fucking from the other side of the universe. Listen to my fucking album.
Yeah.
It's like
Hey, thanks for reviewing my album.
dude, the details are in your performance as an artist. Like that show I went to last night, I'm not a Living End fan at all. But after watching him, I was like, fuck, man, those dudes deserve to be exactly where they are
Well,
because they were pro as fuck.
I'm in the same boat. I'm not really a Living End fan, but
They
saw
are
them when I was
fucking-
younger, and you just they're undeniably
Dude, they
a
were
good band.
they were
you know?
tight butthole. Like they deserve to be headlining a show in front of 5,000 people because they're good at what they do.
And that's the approach was it?
Camp Cunt.
What is the action?
Camp Cope.
What was the actual name?
Camp Cope.
Clang.
Camp Cope. And that's the approach they should take rather than bitching and moaning on Twitter. Just be undeniable. Just be so good
But that's what I mean. If
that nobody can fucking
if
say
they
shit.
argued we deserve to be, let's say, third headliner, and they got up there and just fucking blasted a killer set, no one can argue with that shit.
Exactly.
Oh well, I guess they deserve
Yeah,
to
but
be
the,
there.
the problem is they're using a political agenda to
Exactly.
for their band. You know,
Yeah.
they're not fighting. They're just
Yeah.
for anything. They're just using that to get for,
something to hit
to
your
create-
wagon to. Yeah,
It's controversy.
It's a thin veil. It's
negative.
not. I mean, you think about it for 8 seconds, you're like, oh, the veil has lifted. You're just using this to push your band on people.
And then to walk around smug, like you're literally being smug and, you know, talking down to everyone. And it's just like, hey, half of Australia are cis white males or whatever the fuck you want to call us. But you know what? Half of them are good. Well, the majority of them are fucking good people that aren't racist, aren't sexist, want the best for everyone and want equality. And you just shit on everyone for your own personal gain. You're a fucking shit person and you get glorified and you try and act like you're doing something for the world. You're doing fuck all but trying to, it's arrogant, it's selfish, it's self-absorbed. So fuck you. You're the fucking wanker, possibly of the year. Shut the fuck up. Write good music. No one cares. If your band's good, I don't care what you are. None of us care. We'll listen to it if it's good. But it's shit, in my opinion. I hate it. And play more chords than 3.
So we
Hey,
went.
hey,
we
wait,
went.
whoa, whoa,
we
whoa,
went
whoa.
from pure objectivity to a pretty fucking defined stance on Josh's behalf.
Roadblock, because do you know more than 3 chords?
I at least know 3.5.
Hey,
Boy.
I'm halfway through learning my 4th chord now. All right,
Well, no,
so-
because if you know a G, and A, and a D, and then you play the same chords but an octave higher, that's not a different chord.
Yeah, that's sweet, yeah.
So
Or you can add a minor 7 in there, you know.
you don't know what that means, cunt.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't, because I don't. So I know you don't.
I know the shape of it, though.
No, you're right. Like, that's the thing. Same with the Black Panther thing. No one cared when Blade came out. No one was like, I can't believe there's a black. No one cared. Nobody even mentioned it. It was like, Blade was awesome. No one, when Evanescence came out, no one was like, can't believe there's a woman fronting this heavier band, because, you know, whether you like it or not, they were a heavier band for me.
That
'Cause
girl
he
can
is-
fucking sing.
Yeah, no one freaked out when the Pretenders came out. No one freaked out
Yeah.
when 3 Non Blondes came out. There's so, like, no one freaked out in the 70s when Budgie, a girl full of chicks, were playing
A
heavy
girl full
metal.
of chicks.
A band full of chicks, sorry.
Wait,
I mean,
ABBA.
Janis
ABBA,
Joplin,
man.
fucking
ABBA.
Karen Carpenter, like this. It's a non-issue. Like
Exactly.
here's,
That's right.
here's the
Cranberries. Cranberries.
here's the questionnaire
Oh,
for
Cranberries.
any like.
rest in
and
peace.
We're
Yeah, shout
talking
out to the
specifically, yeah, R.I.P. Dolores.
Yeah.
There's a band
a
called
good name.
Bad Wolves that did a sick cover of
Yeah,
Zombie.
yeah, I heard
actually.
that.
Yeah.
But it's because we're talking specifically about music as an art form, right? And here's the questionnaire: is it good music? The options are yes and no, and that's all I give a fuck
Plainly
about.
put, man, it's so fucking true.
I
That's
really
what's what
don't
I
give a
was
shit.
getting.
I'm sure Bowie was the hugest asshole to a bunch of people and really nice to others. Was his music amazing? Yes. So I don't give a fuck.
I know.
You know.
Yeah.
And just
Pretty much.
don't use political agendas and don't try and act like a good person when you're not.
Do you have anything else?
I did have one other one.
One other one. Juan.
Juan. My name is Juan.
So
You know
this
how
is-
you said you hate Harry Potter? Actually, that head over there hanging on that tree looks like the night bus driver.
Well, it is.
I thought it was
Laura
Rick
bought
James.
that for me. You know, the funny thing is, everyone I've ever dated always loves Harry Potter, and I always wind up doing Harry Potter shit. And I'm like, hey,
awesome.
You've
I've
got to
never
stop.
watched
You've
a
got to
Harry
stop
Potter
going to
movie.
meet women at Harry Potter conventions, bro.
I remember like my last girlfriend made me go to I was in London and we went to that fucking Harry Potter thing. And it's like some trolley stuck in the wall in a gift shop, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
and people are
platform 9 3/4, mate.
Yeah,
Can
that-
you
but
But aren't you
educate
meant,
yourself?
aren't you meant to
People
throw
were
yourself through the brick
frothing.
wall to see the true Hogwarts?
Wait,
or whatever?
I was fucking seconds away from throwing myself through that brick wall, mate. Like, there's people lining up to see that, and I was like, "Is this the shittest attraction ever in the history of humanity?"
It's not if you like Harry Potter, man.
Yeah.
A
I like
wall
Harry
with a
Potter, so
trolley.
I
in it?
get it.
I'm
A wall with
I'm
a
not a
tro-
fan, so I'm
a
not familiar with it.
I get it. I like
Yeah.
Harry Potter, so I get it.
I like
It's
Star
just-
Wars, so what the fuck can I say?
Yeah,
and
I
so
mean-
do you. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
Star
that's
Wars.
it. It's Harry Potter's
doesn't
just
like
it's just
Star Wars?
it's just the modern day Lord of the Rings. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
It's
With terrible acting and
you got like 10-year-olds, mate. What do you want from them?
to not be 10 and maybe
to not be 10.
Hurry up and not be 10.
No one says shit about the terrible acting in Stranger Things.
That's
I
because they're
did.
only 9 years
Hey.
old,
Oh,
James.
Hey.
sorry.
hey, I did. And remember when we talked about it the other day?
Nah.
Terrible. It's terrible.
I think it depends. Some of it's all right. I think 13
Remember
does
we
pretty
talked
well.
we discussed this the other day.
Are you talking about like Stephen King's It?
The remake.
Oh, I
It was
thought- I
basically
just-
Stranger
Oh no, I was
Things.
talking.
I was real
I wondered
disappointed.
if-
I wanted to go and see a 2-hour feature-length film about information technology. I was fucking bummed out to find out it was about some clown.
just a horror movie of.
Yeah, someone goes, "Oh no, the
That
network's
is-
down.
that-
Have you
that
checked
is-
the gateway?"
Just a horror movie of old women calling you to ask why their
Yeah.
printer doesn't work.
The
Yeah.
idea of that movie.
mouse and it's still not interneting.
The idea of that is a horror movie to
It
me.
is just turning up for an IT job as a fucking horror movie.
What was that last one you had, man?
Yeah, sorry. Okay,
Fucking
this
useless
was
cunt.
from last week.
We're gonna. Sorry, I'm doing 8-bit.
Oh, so I
podcast
thought
or
you.
not.
I thought that was you were coming.
Oh.
I thought it's
Well, no,
I am
we'll
only
fuck
human.
this last one off. It was from a week ago. Anyway, we'll talk about my brother's band.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that for a little bit. My brother's band, Them Sharks, they're like reggae, surf, punk sort of band. They're really good. They're breaking up. And
good. Their music's shit.
Jesus.
we'll get them.
See, my phone fell off.
Yeah, I know. That's
That's
what
how bad
happens
the
when
music
you
is.
curse them sharks, bro. Get the
Someone's
karma.
rang. I bet you someone's rang your phone. What? Chuck it back up. It
Nah,
won't-
it's fine. We went through in the last 2 minutes. It's all right.
No, chuck it back up.
Shut up and keep going.
So anyway, yeah,
Yeah,
let's
I'm gonna chug it up.
talk them sharks because they've been a fucking
Just keep going, man. It's fine.
they've been a stalwart of the Perth fucking music
Mm.
scene
Hang on
for
a
a
second.
while.
What is a
A
stalwart?
stalwart. It's like
It's like a bulwark.
sounds
It's like a
hideous.
bulwark.
That sounds
a bulwark.
fucked up.
Yeah, a bulwark. It's similar.
I thought you said a stalwart.
He did a
Oh,
stalwart.
that's what a stalwart,
Stalwart,
is.
a
It's like
bulwark.
Well, it's something that, like,
a,
so it's basically
almost a pinnacle.
something.
it's an
that, I thought that
exemplary
was something
case.
that comes that you might grow on yourself after fucking a fucking cow or something. I don't.
When you go into the toilets at Connections and you come out with something on your foot.
No, that's a stalwart.
Oh Jesus! But
I
we
can't
no.
believe you've done this.
In all fairness, like what we played our first show with them sharks many moons ago as
I
medicine
was too, yeah.
at Yaya's, R.I.P.
But they've been a staple band of the Perth music scene. Done a few tours over east, and you know they're a much loved band in that community. You know, the rock sort of community. So it's sad to see him go, but Lindsay's moving on to different things in life, and that's my brother. Good luck
Lindsay.
to him with all
Shout
that.
out to Lindsay.
Yeah, but we'll have them.
I wouldn't say they were rock. Just like more ska punk, right?
No, I just mean in that sort of community.
Just
you
just
know,
as
like
a
the
broad stroke.
Oh, okay.
the more like
Yeah.
rock and rock punk.
Because we could say the genre and some fucker will come through and go, oh, they're actually more ska, thrash genre.
Camp Cope comes through and they're just triggered. They're like, use a cisgender white rock.
There's no woman in your band.
Yeah, no woman.
But yeah, shout out to them. They've
R.I.P.,
been around for a long
boys.
time, so yeah.
We know you didn't die, but we obviously mean R.I.P. Them sharks.
No R.I.P. Lindsay's about to die. He's even older than Josh.
That's why he's moving on. He's moving on from being alive to the afterlife. That's why he had to quit the band. Oh, dearie me.
I know he listens to this too, so I can't wait to get a message of abuse for that.
Hey, Linz.
Yeah. So where's that last show? Where's that at?
It
Any
is It's April. It's April the
Jimmy's Den?
7th. Yeah.
Jimmy's Den. isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, Jimmy's down.
Okay. Yeah, April 7th, which is a bummer because I'm not here. So not good enough, boys. Not good enough. Reschedule around me, please.
Now, Lindsay sort of said he's had a lot of people messaging him and, reflecting on the band. So he's been quite nostalgic all week, but a lot of people are saying a lot of nice things about it and that. So it's pretty cool. But it's a little bit of an end of an era in a Perth local band sort of way. They did a lot for local bands and yeah, it's pretty sad, but I think he's going to go finish his degree over in Austria.
Yeah.
He's going to go there and then
Really? The fuck? It's random.
yeah, and then off to New York. Austria, and then he wants to finish it in New York. That's his plan. So
Yeah, right.
yeah, so.
Which is good, which means there's going to be some sweet bass gear up on sale for gas pretty soon. So
Lindsay is shocking.
Lindsay, if you're listening to this
he's
now,
worse. No,
put
you're
me on
worse.
Bagsies. Yeah, I'm fucking terrible.
Hey, actually,
Well,
if you have a dark glass pedal, Lindsay, sell it to me.
He does have a dark glass.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, sell it to me. Hey, fuck you.
If you've got
It's mine.
if it's a B7, I'll grab it. If it's one of those vintage ultras, you can suck it.
No, I don't want that. If it's the Alpha Omega, send it my way.
Send it.
You miss.
Yeah, that's all right. So,
Okay.
what? Usually we play a song out on the way out.
Hmm.
Well, actually, we'll get a song recommendation off you first. What have you been smashing lately?
I've been smashing a lot of shit lately. Not so much.
That sounded kind of homosexual.
And
mean-
I could
what do you
not
mean-
be more aroused.
What do you mean sounded? No, I bet. Look, I've as an old boy, I probably get more nostalgic than I do, checking out new music. But I have been smashing the living fuck out of the new High Tension song, which is called Ghost to Ghost. It's a real simple little 3-minute jobby, and it's a monster, and it's fucking sick. They're from Australia, and they're rad. Check them out.
Are they headlining that Black and
Open Air
Yeah.
in Northern Territory? Yeah.
That's a fucking cool show. So they do this show. It's in the center of Australia. So it's pretty much, it's the dead center, isn't it?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's the dead center of Australia. So if you're coming
Pretty
from
fucking
anywhere,
close,
you're
yeah.
going to be traveling the same distance. Apparently, anyway.
Yeah.
17 days by donkey.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty cool show. I would love to go to it. There's not many bands there that I would
And also,
Good.
Earth Rock,
travel up.
Perth Metal Band are on the bill as well, so big ups to those dudes.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
they're
right,
actually
that's it.
co-headlining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a good band. Check
Yep.
them out.
It's
They
a
are.
sick idea. It's just they've got like this really narrow market. Like it's just black metal.
This is the problem, and and Alex and I sort of fall victim to this a lot. Is where same thing as Medicine and Light the Dark used to be. It's we get a lot of metal shows because we're heavier than just your average slow doom shit, but then we're too fast for kind of doom shows. We still get those occasionally, so it's like
But you're not heavy enough for metal show. Yeah.
that's the
right in
thing. Like,
middle,
yeah, so.
Yeah.
It's
a
kind of that.
bitch.
It's that you're sticking out because you're individual, but then you don't really fall into a specific genre, so you're sort of stuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a rad show, a rad lineup. I wish it was close enough that I could go check it out, but it's
I can't go.
the
Check
middle
out
of nowhere.
High Tension anyway.
Yes, but go
You
listen.
know
to
what
High Tension.
I've been listening to, Zane, is this cis white moth male black butterfly that you told me about.
Are you stealing my recommendation? You can't. Oh no, I did that last week actually. Never mind.
Did you recommend that one last week?
Yeah, last week. No, do it again because it backs it up because it's a fucking good album.
Yeah,
What's that? Tesseract, yeah. Luminary is
Not
fucking
Tesseract.
killer. Go check it out.
No, that was I was gonna. No.
No, I think Zane just showed. I hadn't actually heard of him. It's the Tesseract singer, and who's the female?
I'm not sure who she is. I don't.
Oh, actually, I don't actually like that anymore because I realise there's a female in it. Yeah, and I'm a cis white male, so
You
yeah,
hate women.
yeah. No, like she has an absolute amazing voice. Zane showed me it the other week, and I was instantly enamored by it.
Enamored?
Enamored.
You mean enamored?
Yeah, enamored. Yeah, definitely enamored. But like there's so many, like, you know, there's so much cello. There's so many instruments in it. It's like obviously the mix just sounds.
What's it called?
Fucking amazing.
The album's called A Tone.
What is
Okay.
it? Black.
White Moth, Black Butterfly.
Yeah, and it's
Cool.
the Tesseract vocalist, and
It's just some other. Oh, they're from. They actually are all from other bands. I just can't remember them all.
but that's an album to dim the lights, chuck that on, kick back. I've been thrashing it. It's actually such a good album, man.
Yeah,
Low
sweet.
key, depressing sounds, but yeah, it's lovely.
It is. It's got a lot of dynamic to it. It's not
Dude, that
just. It's
girl's
not just
voice.
squished. Like
that
there's
girl's
actually-
voice.
Which is when I guess if it's like if it's stripped back a little bit, there's way more room to have that
Yeah,
dynamics.
definitely. So for me, I've just been getting into the Shadow of Intent album.
Yeah, it's so good.
Been listening to that and Neo Obliviscaris. Been on a bit of a fucking deathcore black metal. Well, not black metal, prog
And
metal.
do you reckon that's as a result of having gone and watched them? Like,
Definitely
Yeah.
not. No, not at all.
Oh,
man.
okay, really?
No, it is 100%.
okay.
Yeah, no, I've
Because it's just I get that shit all the time where I'll either see a band that I've already seen and lost touch with, or one that I've never seen, and then all of a sudden watching them live, I just binge it for
Yeah,
weeks
just-
at a time.
Neo Obliviscaris were fucking impressive. Eh?
Yeah.
especially for him, like Josh. That's completely not the kind of genre that Josh is into. So that's it. That's actually a completely objective opinion that he's giving because he's just so not into tech death or even that European.
I
Like,
like Tech Death.
Yeah.
But that,
yeah, but not really.
yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, well I know you, and I think you do.
I'll tell you what you fucking.
Oh,
do.
okay. No, I do. I listen to a lot of different things. I'm definitely I listen to it. Depends on what mood I'm in with music.
I'm not even sure they're tech death. They're kind of a.
No,
weird band.
they got way more of a black metal vibe, but they've
Yeah,
also
it's
got
symphonic.
They're
and
very.
yeah.
I'd say they're more death metal, black metal, but that
it's like
European style.
death metal. Yeah.
they're
all
not-
these
I mean,
violins and stuff.
the fact that you have to think about what genres they could possibly be a part of is a good indication that they're just doing their own thing.
Why?
Like,
The dude's he gets on stage and he shreds a violin at
Yeah.
a metal concert, and literally everybody froths.
yeah.
It's
People
Man,
are doing
I can't
spirit
believe
fingers to
you'd say I
violin.
don't like Tech Death. I've got all of Justin Bieber's albums. You fuckhead.
What do you mean?
I can't believe you say it's not tech death. I listened to D's Nuts once.
Oi.
Wait,
Well, listen to Limp Bizkit heaps, cunt. Fear Factory.
Nah, fucking my
Wait,
mate. I fucking heard a Faceless song once. Hey, my mate's ringtone came on.
I heard a Faceless song. It was on YouTube, but when the guy that was working behind me, I only heard 30 seconds of it, but I know enough to be pro.
Boy, I listened to Between the Justin Bieber and Me album. Right?
Well, that's not even tech death. You fucking idiot.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, that, folks.
What?
That's what we call dead air in the industry.
Throw yourself
I hate.
off your own balcony.
I hate you.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys and girls, because everybody's equal.
Can
here.
I just do a quick? Can I do a quick show
Yes,
plug? A
yes, please
shameless
do.
show
Please
plug.
do.
Definitely. Yeah.
We've got Ohm Rune have a show with Greenleaf coming up this Sunday at the Civic.
Swedish band.
Swedish
I do
band.
like a Greenleaf.
Now, I believe that they are
Fucking marijuana
staunch vegetarians. I mean, Greenleaf.
Wait.
It's about
Won't
spinach.
be there.
All right. No, but here's the thing. It's with Scalp Hunter and Bayou as well on the bill. And look, I know it's a Sunday and I know it's the Civic, but all I hear is people whinging about
Well, you should have
bands
done. I
not
know that
coming.
they're vegetarians. You should have done that one as well.
Look, I know everyone whinges about bands not coming to Perth, but no one turns up to shows. So, you know, you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, it's true. It's
Come
true.
along, come and have a beer. It's not that far away. It's fucking Inglewood. It's not 2J.
And yeah, it's
like
not.
it's like a $6 Uber ride.
Yeah.
It's
If you
not-
go to the Rosemount, it's the same distance. And also check Ohm Rune out. They are fucking cool. Something way different than you guys probably have heard.
even if you're not into like the doom stoner thing, like I'm not really, but I really like your band. So
Big ups. Yeah,
And
come and have fun and have a beer and chew on some spinach.
just go down and
bring your
Have a beer with
favourite
Cookie.
capsicum with you.
yeah, meet Cookie, say hello. He's a super friendly guy. We have a great time, and yeah,
And one last
Thanks for
thing
coming
before
on,
we
man.
go.
Thanks for having me.
Fuck you, Cam Cope. Fuck you. So then,
shout out once more to them Sharks. Peace out.
one more
Thanks for
fuck you to
hanging around.
Cam Cope.
One more.
See you
fuck you to
next
Cam.
week.
See ya.
Yeah.